What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. This video is going to be all about sacred pulls. So we are pulling for the summon rush and these Fey hammer points, as well as finishing Thor by picking up the last fragments for these epics. Diana. We're going to do all that. I'm going to do it on my second account first, and then my main account. Both my accounts have a little bit of a different situation right now. This one, my second account, has 51 sacreds. This one did participate in this summon rush last week. So as you know, we did have a singular summon rush for the Thor event. And this one did participate in it, thinking that I did not need any more fragments and so forth from this final summon rush. But I ended up skipping the dungeon divers so that I could participate in the summon rush. This is on my second account, and I think that was a bit of a mistake because I should have just completed the fragments from the dungeon divers and then finished off Thor, and then basically just full skipped this summon rush. The reason being is that even though I have 51 sacred shards on this account, so I have plenty of resources to do all of the events. I don't really want to pull shards for 3 events because what's going to happen is that I have this summon rush currently. So we have 1 summon rush currently, and then we're going to have a champion chase, and then next week we're going to have another summon rush, or it could be a deck of fate. So we have 3 summon rushes with Titan points. So ideally I probably should have not spent the shards, spend the shards for all 3. So for this account is not ideal, even though with 51 sacred shards. I think in this case I probably still pull just to complete some of the extra rewards in the summon rush. So I'm going to probably max this out. I'm going to use the ancient shards for the champion chase event this weekend. And then if there's a deck of fate with Freya, I still have enough to complete her. But I would be pretty kind of low on shards at that point. In terms of overall sacreds, I'll go from 51 probably to a lot less. Keep in mind, guys, if you guys are planning to do that, if you guys are in the same position as me with lots of sacred shards and lots of shards in general, what you guys want to do is probably choose one of these to skip. So you can skip the current one, this current summon rush, with the extra legendary from the 6 shards, or you guys can skip the champion chase, and ideally always do the deck of fate that is coming next week. The reason being is that, like I've been trying to tell you guys in videos, the deck of fate likely will be something juicy, and you don't really want to skip that, but it's set up so that people will have, if you do all the events leading up to it, you'll be left with 250 points you're willing to skip, and you probably don't want to skip that. So player will probably make it really juicy, and then people will be forced to do it, and then you'll have extra 250 points, for example. But that means you can skip like other things. But anyways, in any event, I kind of like dug myself into this hole for my second account. So I'm just going to still pull probably my sacred shard and try to get Teox. But if I get my, if I get my double legendary early, then I'm going to bail out a bit early and not cap out the mythical books and all that stuff. But for my main account, I'm just going to go all out with my sacred shards to max out all the mythical books, regardless of whether I get the sacred pull early or not. Hope that makes sense for you guys. They're both in kind of different situations. But yeah, the second account, I kind of should have just finished off the Thor fusion with the dungeon diver and just full skip this summon rush to save some shards. But otherwise, I don't mind pulling shards. I'm happy to. I got lots of shards to pull, and always, a reason to pull. The other thing is that this whole thing with the Fey Hammer Titan event mixed in with the summon rush points, yeah, it's kind of a dirty play, right? Obviously we weren't given full info, so that we couldn't make fully educated decisions. But it is what it is. I mean, it's it's Plarium, right? They're here, they're They never played clean before. A lot of it is us versus Plarium, unfortunately. You know, this shouldn't be the way it is, but you know, it is the way it is. So anyways, guys, so let's get going. I would ideally like to only pull 5 just to get the fusion piece and then just be out, but let's see what we can do here. So Teox is the prize. Let's go. On this account, if you guys recall, I pulled 6 Sacred Shards in the last Summon Rush, and I pulled 3 Legendaries. It was just absolutely insane. So, never know about the luck on this, but only 6% chance to pull a Legendary from the Sacred Shard, so hopefully something happens early here. Seems unlikely, but I'm basically playing for the Sacred Shard 1+1. And of course, I need to finish the Thor fusion, so I gotta pick up those fragments. Yeah, a little bit of a long-winded intro, but I just want to explain to you guys fully what I was doing. A little bit different situations here. I think we're 6 deep. This is 6 deep right now. All right. It's gonna do me like this. Still nothing yet. Bunch of epics. Nothing too exciting. Looking for Teox. This account actually has Teox, but a second one would be pretty sweet as well. It already has Mikage, so Insignia, the Mikage piece, no longer needed. Yorengiri, perfectly fine for Bommel. This is our 10th Sacred Shard. Still nothing. This is 11. So at this point we cleared like all the Titan points and all the Thor fragments. So getting pretty deep here. 12 deep. Still nothing. 6% chance only. Rip Witch. There we go. 13. Samson. Okay. I think Samson's new. Take him. Help Skinwalker siege teams, I guess. Molly. Yeah, basically like Samson's new. That's cool. And Molly is, you know, Molly's going to be a dupe somewhere along the line, but still a great champion overall. I used her for a long time for Hydra and all that stuff. Samson, he's decent spirit nuker. He has a double hit here if he kills somebody, I think. Double hit here. Yeah, if he kills somebody. And then he has a self buff here, which is not bad. He's not bad of a spirit nuker, but he's not going to be like the best thing ever. Definitely useful for like faction wars, siege teams, I would think. But Skinwalker is pretty stacked in terms of the faction for damage dealers. So Samson's probably not going to get too much play on my account here. Molly's solid, but let's see if we get a faction guardian set up for her. Probably, oh, a full up here. So yeah, she is the double here. I guess I could start empowering my Tormin. That'll be pretty sweet, actually. That'll be pretty sweet. Yeah, so Tormin's free to be empowered at that point. May have to do that on this account. Let's see how we did in terms of the summon rush points. I think we pulled 13. Yeah, so I'll probably finish it off with some ancients here to cap it off. Keep in mind that the ancients are probably best used for the champion chase, but I got tons of ancients. I think I can pull 10 and then we don't have to even think about it. I got 300 ancients here. Pull 10, see if we can get anything. Not boosted rates or anything here. Just using them for points. They're 40 points each. All right. And I think that's going to be pretty close to the mythical book. And we'll probably just call it quits here. Yeah, we got it here. It's a little bit expensive for the legendary, I guess. 13 legendary, 13 sacred shards for legendary, so not ideal. Got my early Titan points here, so we don't have to stress too much along the way. But ideally, if you have lots of shards, probably best play if you want to save the most shards is to skip the summon rush and then go champion chase and then go for the summon rush for next week, and then you're all set. So that's the best way to save shards. Obviously, this is a really good event, and you might want to participate, so that's up to you guys on what you want to do. But let's hop over to the main account and we'll do the sacred shard pulls over there as well. All right, guys, so on to the main account here. Again, totally different story compared to the second account, my alt account. In this one, I have 63 sacred shards, and I'm pulling purely to participate in the 1+1, but I also need to, you know, complete the Thor fusion with the fragment pieces. So it's kind of like the right situation for me to pull shards here. But of course, again, if you have plenty of shards, you can skip this event, do the chase, and then do next week's summon event, and you're still good. You can skip 250 points in total and still get the 5-star soul. For this event is only worth 200 points. Anyways, let's jump right into it. I'm going to max this out fully, so 20 sacred shards. Yeah, so I'm going to go 20 sacred shards. I think mercy for this account is pretty high as well. Yeah, 13. So I'm probably going to hit the extra legendary pretty early. But yeah, that's not going to stop me from pulling shards to max out the summon rush and trying for boosted rates for Teox here. Would be really, really nice. Let's get going. So starting off with 63, going to go down to 43 most likely, unless I plan to use ancient shards. I'm probably not going to use ancient shards. I'm probably going to go pretty ham on the ancient chase event this weekend, most likely. That's most likely what's going to happen. So you guys have ancient shards, using it for the upcoming chase might be the best idea, of course. I did explain in my previous video how much more valuable ancient shards are for chase events relative to sacred shards. So far nothing. I'm into mercy already, so let's see how like if you guys want to see, it's pretty nasty. I'm at 18 since my last legendary, so each one of these sacred shards are getting higher and higher in percentage, gaining 2% every time I don't hit a legendary. So this would be 20 shards since my last legendary. Still nothing. Yep. Pretty wild. This is what can happen, guys. So even if you guys had 20, here we go. Ooh, third one. Okay. I'm gonna do some crazy stuff now, I think. Oh, the wrong skinwalker. Oh, that sucks. But man, third nut here. That's gonna be super, super cool. I mean, yeah, I can do some crazy stuff now, I think. Maybe. I don't think the third one is not as impactful as the second one usually, but the third nut, I mean, I'm super happy to see this. Can make some definitely change up some of my teams, maybe make them even faster. So super happy to see this guy. This guy's one of the, you know, best fusions of all time, definitely in the conversation as the best fusion of all time. You got the triple max HP hit here, taking 30% of the boss's health in one attack. Great champ, one of the best for PvE. And then we have Nalrog here, probably like candidate to be buffed. Really, really bad ability here. 3-turn AoE block buff only when you have champions like Ugo doing block buff and AoE decreased defense on one move. So Nalrog definitely power crept. He was already reworked at one point, long time ago. He's a very old champion. I used him a little bit in the beginning just because his passive is kind of good. It does reduce some damage. But he's definitely one of the most power crept champions. Definitely needs a little bit of love. But anyways, let's keep pulling shards. We're going to try to max out the summon rush event. Again, not recommended for you guys if you guys you know, are not don't have that many resources. But I pulled 8 already, so I know I'm going to pull 12 more to fully max it out, pick up all those mythical books. So I pulled 8. I'm going to pull 12 more, so let's go. Now we're starting off with fresh mercy. Let's see if we can get some let's see if we can get one Lego along the way. Pulling down to 43, I think, unless I want to use ancients. Don't mind using ancients, I guess. Oh wow, nice. Here we go. Wither. Okay, I mean, it's only 6% chance, so I can't really be too upset about seeing Legos, but we're trying to pull for Teox here. Keep in mind, Teox is only about 4.5–5% chance to pick him up. So it's a pretty long shot here. Wither is pretty good. I kind of call her like Mithrala Light, or a more passive defensive Mithrala. She has healing instead of the increased attack and hex, which is kind of a big deal. But Withers gives a lot of healing as opposed to Mithril, which can deal some, deal some damage with poisons and stuff. But yeah, it's when I pulled Mithril, I basically just shelved my Wither. So Wither is part of my faction guardian, so she should give me a boost there. So actually, let's keep pulling first because I want to break the flow of it here, flow of that dopamine. So I've got 11, so I got 9 more to pull here. So come on, 9 more for Teox. Let's go. Let's go. 9 more for Teox. Yeah, I'm still pulling Sacred Shards, guys, even though I got my 1+1. Mainly for Teox, mainly for the mythical books. Cap out the Summon Rush here. Hopefully, maybe we can pull 1 more. That would be kind of nice. 1 more, please. Come on. I think we still have a handful left to pull. Come on. Let's get it. Come on. 63 down to 43. Come on. Do we have 1 more? Let's go. Come on. We have 3 more to pull here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. 2 more. All right. Last hope. Oh, and I'm got stopped by space. So let's come back for some space for the last pull. All right, 1 more pull. Just to finish off the Summon Rush here. And it's an epic. Okay, so we got 3 Legos for 20 Sacred Shards. And our Mercy built back up to 9. So, it is what it is, right? We kind of knew what we're getting ourselves into. So we're back. We're down to 43 Sacred Shards on this account. I mean, obviously it's still enough to do any event. Fully cap this out, pick up all the rewards. 3 mythical books for this event. I mean, I'm super happy with. Just because mythical books still not super easy to get them from winning Hydra Clash and all that stuff, but not really something I would go out of my way to get in most events. But this one, I was basically pulling for Teox at that point. And then we get 3 Legos along the way, which is really good. A 3rd nut, very, very strong. Can't complain about that. One of the best. And let's see what we got. We do fill out our faction guardians a little bit, I think. Norog. Nice. So extra 10% defense. That's nice. And then with the crown. No, she's my 3rd one. Oh no. I was hoping to get another faction guardian filled out, but she's my 3rd one. Oh no. And my nut would be the 3rd one as well. So I don't get the last bonus there. A little bit disappointing. Hoping for a little bit more there. But keep in mind, guys, more shard pulling will be happening this week. And obviously throughout this entire event. We do have the Champion Chase tournament coming up this Friday and this weekend, and of course next week is going to be another summon event. But yeah, hopefully your pulls were great. Hopefully some of you guys picked up Teox. Would have been an amazing prize, but unfortunately not able to pick them up today. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below how you guys did in terms of the pulls. Like I said, guys, if you guys have lots of shards, you guys want to save as much as you can or do these events with as little as you can, probably best to skip this current Summon Rush. So you can skip the 200 points here and then you can just do every other event. But yeah, it is pretty nice rewards. And obviously I was trying to finish off the Diana fragments for Thor. So there's, a lot of things pushing me to do this event, which, obviously I participated in. But yeah. Try your best on your own account to assess what you guys have and make the proper decisions based on that. Anyways, folks, thanks for watching as always. Let me know in the comments below how your polls went. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.